The following segment is sponsored by Creative Society.
A lot of people are considering heat pumps for their homes these days. Today's models can reduce heating costs by 50%, according to the Department of Energy. That means they're more effective than furnaces and baseboard heaters, but finding the right model can be tricky. So Shawn Mcgraw from American Veteran is here. Hi, Shawn.
Good morning, Margaret.
Good morning. So heat pumps are capable of heating and cooling, but there are three main types, and you can talk us through what we need to know. First, the single stage heat pump.
Yeah, single stage heat pump pretty much implies itself, basically it has one speed. That's all it knows. It comes on, it comes off, it's demanded by the thermostat, so anytime it's calling for heat, that heat pump comes on at the maximum capacity that it's capable of doing. When it's done heating, it shuts off. Pretty simple.
The next is multi-stage heat pump. What do we need to know there?
Usually on that would entail a two-stage heat pump. So your thermostat would have two calls for heat or two calls for cool. And the first call would come on and the heat pump will generally come on at about 65% capacity. And if it's not able to maintain at that point, then it has the capability of ramping up to 100% capacity.
Okay. And now the variable stage heat pump, how does that operate?
By bar none, that is probably the most bang for your buck. So instead of just coming on and off or coming on and off in specific increments, they're able to modulate themselves to match the exact heating or cooling need that's in your house. So they can operate anywhere from 30% capacity all the way up to 100% capacity. And it will always put out the exact demand that it needs. The other bonus that they have on those is a lot of times on those, there'll be a communicating system. So by that, it's a network working between the air handler, between the heat pump and the thermostat. So everything's operating in sync together. So when the heat pump's at a minimum stage, so is the blower motor. And as they both ramp up, they're both putting out the amount of air and the amount of heat that it needs. And they're working together to put the best comfort into your home as they possibly can.
Okay, well, I know you get a lot of questions about these. Anything else we should be considering when comparing the different options for heat pumps?
Well, the most important day of a heat pump is the day it was installed. So if it's not installed properly, that's the difference between a heat pump working 5 years or 10, 15, 20 years. When I'm looking for a heat pump in my home, and I'm going to be asking people something, if I was the consumer, one of my main questions is warranty. Are you willing to stand behind this equipment? So what I expect out of them, we still offer all-in-one comfort plan where everything's wrapped in together. We'll take care of your whole house or your whole heat and air conditioning needs for 10 years. No matter what happens to that system, within those 10 years, we got you covered. In addition to that, in all the 16 SEER and above units, we offer a lifetime compressor warranty on them. So even after 10 years, if that compressor fails, the part's still covered. On top of that, if it fails within that 10 years, we're not just going to replace the compressor, we'll come out and put a whole new heat pump in. So that's just confidence, really, in between who we know we're installing it right, and we know we got the backing of York that has our back because they know we're installing it right. So it's a good cooperation, and the end benefit is excellence to the customers, and we love that.
Well, people can count on you to do it right, and you can help navigate all their questions. Tell us, what should somebody expect when they're working with American Veteran Air Conditioning?
Well, just that. It's that professionalism coming in the door. I'm not trying to say that we're above rapport or we're not going to make mistakes ever, but if those mistakes do happen to happen, we're going to make it right by you. We're going to bend over whatever we can to make sure that you're taken care of at the end of the day. And we do that through the training and through the investment that we put into our whole team. The veterans that we got on here, over 50% of our company is veterans, myself included. We transfer all of that ethics that we acquired through the military service and move it into your front doorsteps. And that to me is what really makes a big difference. And I could talk about it all day, but really what it puts the proof to it is when we have the opportunity to prove ourselves to you.
Yep. So people should give you a call, give you the opportunity to prove that work ethic and the way you do business. The number on screen, 435-0822, or visit the website, AmericanVeteranAC.com. Shawn Mcgraw, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.